Hi, my name is Dash, and I'm Platform Evangelist at StreamSets. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build your first transformer pipeline. Let's go ahead and log in. So when you log in for the first time, you have three options to get started. Let's go ahead and enter our activation code. Then click on Create New Pipeline. Let's give it a name and click on Save. This is going to bring up a blank canvas. This is where you design transformer pipelines. The first thing you want to do is select your data source. As you can see, there's lots of different options from cloud stores to Delta Lake to file-based, JDBC-based. Let's go ahead and pick one. The next thing you want to do is select a processor. Now this depends on your use case. Let's go ahead and pick one. And note that you can chain along multiple processors. And finally, you pick your destination. Again, lots of different options, cloud stores to Delta Lake, file-based, JDBC-based, Kafka. Let's go ahead and pick one. Note that in transformer pipelines, you can have multiple origins or data sources. Let's go ahead and add another one. Especially in cases where you want to join multiple tables, for example. So that's how you design pipelines in Transformer. Okay, here's a fully configured pipeline. The use case we're looking at is we'd like to ingest data from our Oracle Enterprise data warehouse, perform join on two tables, create a single partition, and then store the data in Parquet format for fast analytics. So before we run the pipeline, let's go over some configuration. Let's look at the origin. The connection details are specified on this tab, and the JDBC URL is set as a pipeline parameter. This allows us to use the same value for both of our origins. And then the table that we'd like to ingest data from have been specified on this tab for both of our origins. So orders and order items. Now let's look at our join processor. In this case, we're performing an inner join. But as you can see, there are other options for joining different data sets. Depends on your use case. And because our column names do not match, we're providing a condition for the join to occur. Order ID from our orders table, and then order ID from our order items table. Partition processor, we're simply providing the number of partitions we'd like to create. But there are also other options you can choose from. And finally, we have our destination where we've configured the data format to be Parquet. Again, there's lots of different options, but in this case, we're choosing to store the data in Parquet format. Now let's go ahead and preview the pipeline to see what the data looks like. This will take a couple of seconds for the data to flow in, but this is a great way to know what the data looks like, the structure of it, and how the transformations are happening within the pipeline. So there we go. Down below is where we can see the records that are being pulled in. And the platform also keeps track of all the metadata. Okay, now let's go ahead and close preview and run our pipeline. Again, this will take a couple seconds for the data to flow in. There we go. As you can see, the pipeline's already stopped. The reason being there's not a whole lot of data, and that's by design, just for the demo's sake. And down below, you can see all the metrics. This is a great way to understand which processor is taking how much time. It's really helpful when you want to fine-tune the pipelines. Now let's check our output. Let's look at the location that was configured in our destination. Let's look at this folder and we should see our output file. There we go. Now before I sign off, I'd like to highlight one more thing. Transformer pipelines run on Spark. And in this case, I have chosen none, which means when you're starting out, you don't have to have a Spark cluster running. You can run these pipelines on the same machine that the transformer is running, as long as you have an installation of Spark on that machine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.